Hi, Sean Spence here, CEO of Armchair Telethon, and this is Armchair Diary, Story of an Entrepreneur. One of the things that every entrepreneur struggles with is that it is so easy to be a workaholic, and that really is almost certainly our nature. I'm about to turn 50. I've been a workaholic, I don't know, certainly at least since sometime in college. It's the way it is. It's what I love. Other people play tennis. Other people watch sports. Other people do any number of other things, and I do a few other things. But my primary fun thing I do is work. I love it. And the thing is, it is so important that I figure out. It is so important that you figure out ways to blow off a little steam, blow off some energy, get yourself away from it to some extent, allow your brain to come up with ideas in the background while you're doing something totally different. So today is a perfect example of one of the things that I do, one of the few things I do, aside from spend time with my wife, which I love, and that is a primary activity. But I really like now to go and exercise at the park. Now, you may or may not know, I have multiple sclerosis, and I am certainly a daily wheelchair user. I don't have to use it around the house, but I have to go use it if I'm going much more than half a block. I have to use my wheelchair. And so every day I try, which is probably 5 or 6 days a week, I do a lap or laps at the park, or if it's too hot, I go to the mall. But I really like to go to the park. And so one of the parks that I go to, their main trail is super hilly, and it is 1.7 miles. And today, for the very first time, I got it down to 1 hour. I did 1.7 miles on a very hilly asphalt park trail in 60 minutes. And I just did it a month ago. I started doing it a month or 6 weeks or something ago, and it was 90 minutes to do that 1.7 miles. So I found something that lets me blow off steam, that lets me at least part of the time get my mind onto other things, because I listen to podcasts, sometimes music, but mostly podcasts that help me totally think in different kinds of ways. And also I found something that allows me to have a very different kind of personal improvement on a near daily basis, as I can go farther, or I can go faster, or just feel better. And I know that I'm getting healthier when I'm doing it, and it just is perfect. So whatever the thing is for you, figure it out. Figure out what you can do, and maybe it's running, or maybe it's walking, or maybe it is just reading and losing yourself in a book. But you got to carve out like a half hour to an hour a day, every single day, where you're just focusing on someplace different, where you're doing something different, where you're exercising some part of yourself in a very different way. And you will be much happier as an entrepreneur, and I believe much, much more successful as an entrepreneur. I am Sean Spence. I am CEO of Armchair Telethon, and this is Armchair Diary, Story of an Entrepreneur. Thanks for joining me.